Hey everybody, Super Squee here of the Emotionally Unstable Gamer channel on YouTube. Back for more big list stuff. So let's jump right in. Though I don't hate this movie, I don't believe it deserves all the notes I took. First, this movie would have been way more enjoyable as an R-rated animated film that would fix my gripe about the majority of the cast, because their voices were fine, but I felt like Mark and Jennifer seemed too old to play their characters, who really seemed like they were 25, 27 tops. The movie is super sloppy and goofy, but I did enjoy most of the music, and the main character's family being so supportive. Points for all the senseless boobies everywhere, but not film points, just, oh nice, there be titties points. Big thing I absolutely hate. How they treat the gay character. First, he's kicked from the band just 'cause, and then they make really bad jokes at him. Like, did this universe not have Queen? Does the director hate gays? It got worse when at the end, the character got to talk a bit, and it was just like a joke at his expense that maybe is or isn't directed at him being gay. Either way, it just wasn't funny. Look, don't get me wrong, I can love me some fucked off humor, but it was like there wasn't even a joke. Like, it was just someone writing it to be dumb and crappy and making a whole big point in the story that moves the plot forward. Wait. Sorry, I feel like I'm like winded from fucking taking out the trash. It just seems like I wrote this weird or something. Dumb and crappy, making a whole big point to the story that moves the plot forward is get out because you is gay. Oh, I think I wrote it weird. Basically, like, it's like their whole plot point is just to be like, get out of the band because you're gay. Normally, I don't care, but this is just bad writing on top of being a dick. 5 out of 10 6 seems too high, and 4 seems too low. I just really didn't like this movie. It was poopy. I had a friend who owned the sequel to this game, and it creeped me the fuck out. But I heard great things gameplay and story-wise, and even though it was an absolute trial for someone so easily spooked as me, I'm a new man who has beaten Dead Space, so fuck it. Also, Jason picked this one as his request, so I was stuck either way. I had a few jumpy moments, mostly when shit would fly out of walls, but all in all, I had a good time. Unique enemy types, a cool narrated bestiary for bosses and normal enemies, and an awesome scrapbook that gave info about the game's setting. If I would have just judged the game by its cover, I'd say it just looks like a generic horror game, and yeah, the color palette isn't the greatest, and the voice lines can spam sometimes and be annoying, but it has super solid controls, and I never wanted to scream anywhere I needed to make jumps. I also love that usually when there's a puzzle or something, it'll lock you in a room so you don't backtrack like a dumbass. Whatever you need to progress is in the room, you just have to find it. Sound design is awesome, as well as every creature has its own unique sounds. I couldn't have done it without my wonderful girlfriend who helped me not be so anxious while she played Breath of the Wild next to me, and the Capri Sun ass rum that we had. Absolutely beautiful music, art styles, voice acting, setting, just breathtakingly otherworldly gorgeous looking movie. Jeff Dunham doing a decent job voice acting Jeff Dunham doing a decent job voice acting. Who would have thought? And the number of people who hide so easily in this film because of how they voice their characters. Patton Oswalt, though, he cannot hide. Scrolling. I think subconsciously this movie is why I refuse to work food service as a job. Still alright movie, though, with a fun cast. So you're the coolest guy at Shenanigans. Big fucking deal. That's like being the smartest person with Down syndrome. That part is a quote. I should have started with like, start quote, end quote, you know, whatever. Okay. Quote, I am so sad. So this movie is just a trip. I have never seen Creep 1. It's like found footage, I think, or it's just from like fucking camera point of view. I don't know if it's necessarily considered found footage film or if it's just from the point of view of a camcorder. But very interesting. Very interesting movie. Very creepy, very wild. Like, I did not know what I was getting into when my friend Chris put it on, but wow, what a ride. Still a gorgeous movie that holds up pretty good to today's CGI, and that oozes love for kaijus and Eva, and just giant robots and shit. It's a bit cheesy all over the place, but considering its inspirations, it can be forgiven for that, especially since it goes for it, and doesn't try to be all serious and realistic, just fun and explosive. Even the parts where you could be like, oh, but it's trying to be serious right here. Yeah, but it's trying to be serious in its own world, not equivalating anything to reality in the world we live in. It's like being serious on like anime levels, like where fucking like Metal Gear Solid will be serious, but it's like it's still goofy anime logic. It's just set with super serious fucking super serious poop-tastic time. I don't know, my brain like died. Let's move on. Definitely more songs I was already really familiar with, but I honestly enjoyed the first album more. I feel like this and the self-titled album are more companions than a full evolution, like 2 seasons of the same era. I cannot wait for this dumb fucking things anime, because though this movie has a million problems, it was entertaining as fuck, and I always felt invested in this wild ass shit that was going on. I feel like this one isn't as neon in your face with the colors as the original, and it makes me kind of sad. But it was still a gorgeous CGI film that looks super dope. My Peter Tingle tells me this was pretty good. I'm tired, and I enjoyed it a lot, so I can't really think on the spot. They did cool stuff that I liked. Also, the ending scene, even with no context from Captain Marvel and just general Marvel knowledge, was pretty cool / funny. For the longest time, I considered this my favorite Warcraft game, and it is still super good. The art style is definitely my favorite, the music is all bangers, the sound design, though annoying at times, is really awesome, but it shows its age hard, and most of the objectives on every map are just destroy anything that isn't you, which just got really fucking monotonous. I'd still consider it the best to just have a casual multiplayer game with friends for all the personality it has and the amazing art. If you want to play this for the story, just go read Blizzard's Chronicles of War compendium instead. It does a much better job going over the first and second war in detail. I'd say play it, don't finish it. And that'll be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe out there. Remember to wash your hands, wear your masks. Love you. Bye-bye.